When it rains, it snores.
Like a rare breed, a breath of fresh air, you can see me. People stand up just to greet me. Role model kids wanna be me.
It's all about the risk.
Now, later you'll
If anyone pays taxes, instant ban.
The whole thing was easy. I just come and wink my eye like a genie. Crown on, yellow peasant can king me.
Die. Fuck semantics. Fuck taxes. Revolt. Hello, summer lovin'. We're gonna have a blast tonight. We got a couple 3-1-2 league games. This first one is between Sean and Fish. Team names unknown. They don't give me any of that info, and I'm too lazy to look up the documents. But I did bring someone who knows it all by heart, never will have to look it up, and I'm definitely not stalling for that. It's Nick from 312 Squadron. Thanks for the sub, buddy.
It's actually 312th Squadron, I've decided. A little rebrand.
Nope.
Yeah, exactly. Whenever I hear that, I'm like, nope. Absolutely not.
Don't like that at all.
Subscribe to you?
312. Ugh. I just said thank you for this. I literally said thank you. You ignored it.
Well, you're welcome. Pride?
Stick to X-Wing.
Yeah, right. Stick to X-Wing, dude. You get a professional X-Wing streamer that makes plenty of money doing this.
Yeah,
doesn't need a
so
full-time
much
job.
money. We are rich.
Rolling,
and everyone knows
rolling in the bank.
Looks like we got a classic Yorktown here.
Oh yeah.
Although the right flank of the Imperials is maybe weak.
Just a little bit. Although it's you put Countdown in front of anybody, who cares? It's like, oh, congrats, you just natty free crits. I don't care. Whoa, no, it's taking stress.
Oh, poor Countdown.
Countdown is probably the best salvage carrier in the game. It's just like, wow, that would suck if I lost my crate here because I just blanked out and you rolled 3 crits and I'm about to die. But gonna take a little stress here, a little damage, and fuck off. Sincerely, Countdown.
And fuck off. Not sure about Predator
Countdown.
and proton cannons on Dirge. Yeah, I get it because Predator doesn't work with proton cannons, but also, who cares? H. Reco, que paso?
These things don't actually have they don't have bullseye. The 3 dice. I keep thinking they have like the ADA, the 3 dice bullseye gun.
Like
they don't.
3 dice they should, right? Like
they should.
It's weird. A 2 dice gun.
Oh, he hit the rock! He hit the rock, Iron Assembler!
Oh my god, he hit the rock! Oh no! At least flip him up. At least flip it up.
Oh my gosh, this is an epic matchup between the Pumbaa Riders and the Horse Awakens.
Greetings from Iceland. Nick, you ever been to Iceland?
No, I'd love to go. I'm a big Sigur Rós fan, so I'm sure whoever that is knows them.
All right, Nick.
What? I missed that. Did you cut out?
No, I'm gonna ask you. What is the name of the volcano that erupted in Iceland?
I'm gonna say my scientific guess would be Volcano Volcano Face.
Sure. I'm gonna actually have you read this because I'm gonna give you the answer, and you're still just not gonna. Oh, they're typing it. Just say that word.
All right, ready?
Yeah.
I got this.
Mm-hmm. Cool. Barely even offensive. I like it.
People out of concerts
what
think
have
it's
I
Nick
missed?
being racist.
Everything.
I'm like, I'm just trying to read some words, man.
If you're just tuning in, Nick is being racist. Again, I've asked him to stop repeatedly, and he just refuses.
Brad,
I don't get it.
Brad! You don't tell me who to be proud of.
Well, what are you doing, Countdown? Okay, Dirge didn't even want to mess with it. Dirge was like, you know what? I can't do anything to him. I'm not going to try. Grab your crate, run around, little guy. It's almost what you got to do, right? Just be like, you know what? Nick is a Nick that I'm about to beat in game 2. That is the exact same Nick. And not only do you have to beat him now because you said that, but you have to do it for a free and fair loving people who are against racism.
Oh, no.
Academy Honor. Thank you so much for the sub. You told me you were going to bed, you liar.
Wow, Connor, you lie.
You lie.
Lies, deceptions. Every day, more lies.
Oh, God, we're stupid tonight, huh?
I like how you already have a gauge on just how bad this is, and you're so used to going crazy. It takes years of skill to be able to surmise just how bad it's going to be in 5 minutes.
Dirge evades. Da, 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 da.
Looks at the game for a second, sees a bunch of evades. Evades.
Yeah.
That's me.
Boo.
My commentary skills are, I'll see attack this, be like, oh, that's 2 hits from somebody, and then I won't know. I'll hope the dice bail me out and be like, well, whoever that was into, they just rolled enough evades, so it doesn't matter.
Who the fluff is that? Well, that's Nicholas James Sperry, noted Cubs fan and enjoyer of shit pizza.
Oh,
who thinks that fucking
Cubs
putting
fan,
mustard
yeah.
on a hot dog constitutes a fucking wild invention.
I posted on Facebook, Greg, that we should that Cubs fans should egg the GM's house, and my mom screenshotted it and texted it to me. She's like, "You shouldn't be threatening violence against anybody." I'm like, "Mom, all Cubs fandom agrees with me."
Mom, the meatloaf.
Come on, Mom. Oh.
Didn't I bring him into the cult recently? Probably. Greg's Gone Wild now on DVD. I remember those commercials.
Greg's Gone Wild. Yeah, I mean, if you act now, you'll get a second DVD set for free.
So Robert's saying that you agreed on limitations for your game.
Yes, we did. We did, yeah.
What were the limitations?
Well, Robert and I are playing like the most meta factions in the game next to Republic, so we agreed. Let me go back to our DMs. I'll just totally leak our DMs here where we talked about what we were going to agree not to bring.
All right.
Stand by.
Okay. Keep in mind your lists are in and final.
Correct. No Vader, Wedge, Tomax, BOE, B-Wings, and no Jendon either.
Okay, so I do see Wedge. I do see the B-Wings. Was there anything else for the Rebels?
Just he's like, oh, I thought that's all I could bring. Oh no! Oh, I'm just confused.
I will say Nick appears to have not done Tomax, Vader, or Jendon. And
yeah, also only 4 ships, so that'll be interesting as well.
all right, well, it's weird that there's 5 on the Rebels.
Can't read. What about can't count? Captains can't read. Players can't count.
I don't know, Nick. You might have wanted it in writing.
But yeah, well, my I mean, it is in writing, and I'm the commissioner, so it'd be really bold of Robert to try to pull a fast one on me and be like, and you lost.
Nah.
I get to abuse my powers. I got to do that sometimes.
Have a good night, Connor.
Like Krennic, he says you confuse peace with terror, and Krennic says you've got to start somewhere, Also, did you hear the rumor that he's going to be coming back in Andor? I was predicting that for a while. I was praying that was going to be the case. I don't know if it's an actual true thing that's happening, but there's a rumor
That'd be dope
out there. Like, come on. I mean, how obvious of an opportunity is that? Like,
I
let's
love
go.
his shuttle. His shuttle in Rogue One looks so dope.
Everything about Krennic is, I mean, I love the character complexion. I thought he was awesome. Like, just really well written.
That movie's so good.
In a movie that like doesn't emphasize character writing as much, it's still so good. But like, I love the way Krennic is written.
Don't spoil the list, Robert. Nick needs to know that he can't just be trusting everybody all the time.
Nick, I'm down for. I don't know. I think we need to do a grand reveal for the whole stream once we're ready to play. You know, Greg will come back from break. You'll see your double Falcons and A-Wings. I will say, I don't even want to look at the combined health of my list because, man, is it really small? It's really small. Oh, double Ghost then, for sure.
I'm going to say that one ship. I need someone to do some math. Hold on. Calculator.
Well, I'm bringing Empire, so it's not. There's no double Desi, that's for sure.
Okay, one of his ships has 81% of your total health. Oh, you're so fucked.
That's really fun. Yeah, so it's got to be a Falcon or a Ghost. That's hilarious. Is it the same? Is it the same initiative?
The same initiative as all your ships? Your ships have different initiatives.
Well, there's 2 different initiatives in my list.
Yeah, but like, how am I supposed to answer that?
Never mind. Never mind. We don't want to spoil too much.
But like, how am I supposed to answer? Do you have different initiatives?
I'm saying, is it at or equal to any of the initiatives, or sorry, at or above any of the initiatives in my list? The ship that has 81% of my total health.
I'll tell you this: it's at, above, or lower than your list initiatives.
Oh, wow! I have my game plan finalized now. Robert, you're going down. None of his ship types repeat. So it's Lando, it's Kanan. Kanan's got to be in the list.
Or what?
Or else.
I think Andre's like desperate for us to talk about the games. Like, look, the droids, they're taking the crates. Please acknowledge this.
Hey, look, droids taking some crates there.
Take a crate, you coward. Who's that, Farah? Oh yeah, you take a crate all day.
Or Downtown ain't taking no crate. So how does Countdown interact with mag pulses? He cancels the results, right? So then that doesn't. It's not.
Know. Why would I know? I don't know. I have to read Countdown. I don't want to read. Why are you going to make me? Oh my gosh.
Whoa.
Ooh, that was a little close. The Countdown's like, screw you.
Screw you guys. You ever want to shoot at me?
Barrel roll. Doesn't really get you. Actually, it doesn't get.
Oh no! Oh no! It's really gonna matter.
Yeah.
It's gonna matter so much.
Doesn't get you anything. Just stay there, focus, and then you got a nice little clean turnaround next time.
Countdown might be getting shot at 3 times here. I can't tell if DBS 32C is going to have a shot, but there will be at least the HMP in the iron ass.
Yeah, well, I figured those are all going at here. But I do agree that if you have multiple shots on countdown, you might as well do it. Well, you brought Predator. Might as well use it, right? Get Dirge the barrel roll. No, listen to me the first time.
Yeah. Might as well put in a ton of effort just for your opponent to cancel all dice results and suffer a single damage.
Yeah, do it.
Let's do it. Come on, coward. Come on, Sean.
He can't do it twice. If you're going to shoot him a bunch, shoot him a bunch.
Sean's like, hold on a second. Let me move my 28,000 guards over to the left a little bit before I make this decision.
That's an afterburner boost from Merrick. And he was thinking about picking up Crate, but that would really kind of ruin all the other afterburnering. And now would be a great time to throw some crits into a shieldless droid army. Could target that Tri-Fighter even. Okay. What?
Papa needs a new pair of shoes.
Oh, you need to get Cintier out of there. I thought Cintier was for
wow,
sure
he's that dude. He's lucky. That was almost a block. Like he's almost blocked. Oh.
Papa needs a new pair of shoes. Well, Papa doesn't always get what he wants. Just to focus. And Cintier is going to be the first to shoot. Has 404, range 2, I believe. He wants it.
404 air.
And 1 reroll with Apex Predator.
Seems
but
good.
Who needs it?
Nope. Yeah,
who needs
that's
it?
just your experience.
Plus toppings?
Yeah. What kind of toppings are we talking about, Greg?
Cheese, bacon, sour cream.
Bacon. Maybe some nachos as a topping.
Nachos? Are you insane?
Get off my stream right now.
And the direct hit. Because of course it is. You're like, sweet, I finished it. I got it down to 1 crit.
Oh, the Pumbaa riders. Come on, Pumbas. No, he doesn't even have a shot, Greg.
Oh, no. Why didn't you listen to me? Barrel roll.
Why didn't you listen to me?
Why do they never listen to me?
Andre's just like, OMG.
All right, so this is 2 dice into Laurier. You gonna spend it? All right, you crazy cat. Only the toppings, no potato. And Laurier's like, not in my spaghetti watch. When he was a young warthog.
Oh, countdown. Here we go. What? Just 1. Iron Ass will find a way to take a damage here, guaranteed. he will make it happen. Manifest it. No, not today.
So much spaghetti. You might as well call it chicken parmesan at this point.
Wow, because we do know that chicken parmesan is not made out of chicken, but rather made out of spaghetti.
I don't think Nick's ever had chicken parmesan.
Because it has to come with pasta? Is that what we're saying?
I honestly don't believe he's ever once had it.
I made chicken piccata the other night. It was super good. Delicious.
The Tri-Fi.
Oh my God, more
I think
natties.
that's Indu Suntir.
Oh.
Oh. Classic Suntiri.
Oh. Direct.
Yes!
Let's go!
Suntir
Let's
fell.
go!
Even the standard loadout Suntir fell can't escape being Suntir fell.
Oh, not so Apex Predator this time. We're like a beta. Oh, I've never been more thrilled to see Suture pop. Ironically, I'm probably gonna I'm gonna have to deal with that now.
Hakuna Matata. What a wonderful phrase.
Uber Riders, update this expected win percentages, my friend. It's definitely shifted.
My.
I'm surprised Sutir didn't have a charge that let him just discard all his damage cards and come back to life. That's in the next SL version. It's gonna be in the battle over your mom scenario pack. Oh my gosh.
Oh, and then the
So much
natty
spaghetti.
evades. Disrespectful from the CIS here.
Wow. Things just got very difficult for the Horse Awakens here.
This is 2 dice, obstructed range 3.
Oh.
So he's going to have to do the thing, right?
Yeah, countdown. Yep. Countdown's like, oh, what a shame. My results were subpar. Doesn't matter.
Did they? Oh, I think he flipped that crit accidentally. I don't think he like spent anything for it. All right, Iron Assembler. Not
Oh,
going
he
to
almost
use
rolled
the
the
energy
exact
shell
same thing.
charges.
Oh, well, that's a little different.
Well, 2-2 after round 2. But one would say that the lowly Tri-Fighter, who just decided to roll natties, killing Suntir. Maddie says, I'm excited for next season of Draft League. That doesn't
Well,
make
Draft
me
League canceled,
happy
sorry.
at all. that doesn't make me feel good on the inside.
Dumb Atomic Mass Games. New team coming your way. Come on, it's hilarious. Because what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna if that dream becomes a reality and I'm captain of Dumb Atomic Mass Games, I'm gonna release like really shitty, pretentious like press releases that like shit talk the other teams, but like way late, like at the end of the week, or maybe the next week. Maybe some spelling errors.
Ugh. So the odds only have it at 57% for Sean, but it's early.
Wow.
But you lost soon, too.
Yeah, yes, can't have anything, man. They can't have anything. They kill Sutir, their odds barely go up. Poor CIS. Name a faction down bad more than CIS.
Well, scum.
I think
Jesus.
statistically, it's CIS is the worst faction of the game if you look at like Worlds and some big events. Especially, well, Worlds specifically is the data that I'm citing. LCQ and the qualifier, whatever you call it.
I'm sorry, but I no longer recognize the authority of qualifiers. But you have to put the teams down in the nicest way. I don't know if you guys know me at all, but nicest way possible isn't really something I thrive on.
John, are you talking about the dumb Atomic Mass Games thing? Like how we have to trash talk people? Is that what he's referring to? I don't know. I have plenty of ideas.
You're just doing you're making a reference to the Starbucks thing, right?
Yeah, Nathan Fielder, yeah.
Yeah.
But basically, like, Lou was saying that we'd get a cease and desist, and I said, well, if we just say dumb Atomic Mass games, it totally works, just like what Nathan Fielder did. It's perfect. No cease and desist here. Our opponents will be quite obfuscated by our skill. That doesn't even make sense, but we're gonna say that.
The more I think about that statement, the more I just like hate everything in my life.
Right. But Greg, that's not what they meant, Greg. Okay.
Mm-hmm. I mean, they basically came on your podcast or whatever, your interview, and lied to your face. So I don't even know how you feel. Like, fucking, I'll be pretty pissed about that.
The whole points drought thing that we've dealt with, they did tell me to my face that they wanted to be at a point where they just didn't have to do points balancing. Like, they didn't want to do it. And I just didn't think enough of that at the time. But they kind of alluded to how they really didn't want to do points changes in the first place.
It just, I don't know, whatever.
It's tough. I try not to be too mad about it. I did have to unpin it from the YouTube channel. It's like which sucks because it's a cool resource to feature. Like, hey, like we got to do this thing, even though people might hate what they're listening to. Like, just the opportunity itself was cool. But
also, if there's no like value in it, not that like, I mean, he lied to you. Like, he was like, they didn't have intentions to do any, like,
Yeah, I mean, they talked to, a lot of politician responses. They refused to do a live interview. They refused to let me interview them at Worlds 2023 because they wanted to prepare for what to say. Not surprising.
Yeah, I don't know.
What happened to Soontier? Hit crit, natural hit crit from an evading DIS 347, and Soontier took hit crit direct.
Soontier did what Soontier does best, and that's die to shots he shouldn't die to. Now, are any of us shocked? Not particularly.
Now, do you think, Greg, it's helpful to go on to like YouTube channels or videos about X-Wing and just comment "game is dead"? That's what I see a lot of right now.
Is it helpful? No, but it's kind of funny.
Well, it's a rhetorical question. Yeah, it's just like
it's pretty funny.
It's funny when going back to that interview and how many people are just like the game has been dead for years. It's like, damn, okay.
I mean, it's just it's hard to argue with. Like, they fucking, I don't know.
I guess I just like,
I don't want to say
feel
anything
like
that's gonna get me in trouble, but like also it's just like, how do you like forgive them for your face? Like, just like, they looked us in the eye and told us we were too stupid to understand the game. And then they did a bunch of interviews and then just lied. Like, what am I supposed to feel about that?
A game that they didn't really care for in the first place. It's one thing if it was like Shatterpoint, right? They're just like, no, you don't get this. This is our game. Like, you're too stupid to understand our game. But it's like having that attitude about a game you never really wanted in the first place is just so baffling.
Yeah, I don't know why people are insisting that you like treat them with reverence when they never once showed that same courtesy to you.
Well, I don't know why some people decided to drop their standards after FFG and give this the longest possible slack to AMG. It's like, hey, if you want to, so many people shitting on Fantasy Flight Games who, God bless those guys. I mean, just so great in comparison and treat us pretty well, all things considered.
Yeah, we didn't know how good we had it.
Exactly. I couldn't have said it better myself. Exactly. Yeah. So it's just the people who it's like the George Lucas treatment. Like it's not me defending the weird choices that he's made to like inserting weird shit into Star Wars, but like I'm never gonna hate George Lucas. He created Star Wars. Like, dude did a lot for cinema. Like, I think that's pretty cool. So it's the same attitude that I have with like the whole FFG AMG thing. It's just I feel like Lucasfilm Disney now has a lot more leeway and slack. I think that people are willing to give them. Not everyone, obviously, but decent amount. It reminds me of just like how people give way more slack. It did give more slack.
I think AMG got a lot of slack, and you know, like I don't think that was exactly the wrong thing to do. Like when they were like new to the game, but
at first, yeah, for sure. I think like
when
over a year in.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like extending that slack for ever, it was a choice. Guys at FFG had better experience with the Star Wars games in general. Did you see the video of Sam Witwer visiting them back in the day? I did not. I don't know. I think people were more than fair to AMG, and some people still find some solace in lightly licking their feet.
Just walk away. Like, stop. Yeah. Right? Like, seriously, if you're one of those people that's still trying to defend AMG, like, in terms of just, like, how we got to this point and what happened, like, please stop. I don't get it. It's really bizarre. They won't notice you. They don't really care about you. They're a business entity who has somehow, their next mini extravaganza has a whopping two games. They have two licenses, Marvel and Star Wars, and they are covering two games during mini extravaganza. I mean, that's just ridiculous. That's so sad.
I didn't even think about that. How they have two of the largest IPs with a whopping two games. Ugh, that is not great. But...
And it's been like what, 4 years? I don't know when MCP.
Shut up! We get to play my favorite game ever. It's Crit Roulette with Merrick Steele. Love this game.
So fun. Oh, disabled power regulator, damage sensor, structural damage.
All of them are really good against the Joy-Con. Choose the ionized.
Yeah, DPR. You're not turning around. You're dead next turn, probably.
Well, it doesn't look like you have a follow-up shot, which is why I think structural wasn't in play there. What game isn't mini extravaganza coverage? No, yeah, he's right. They've got three: Shatterpoint, Legion, and MCP.
There was the post that I saw was just it was the Star Wars side. Sorry, I just now realized that what I said didn't make 100% sense. But yeah, 3 games, two licenses still. 3 games is still not impressive. I don't know. I'm not saying they should have 10, but.
Yeah, direct. Not that. Again, without a follow-up, it matters the whole time. Well, yeah, follow-up from Laurier. Iron Assembler will have to drop. Too bad you can't drop it outside of range 1. I love MCP, but after AMG's communication behavior, I don't give a fuck about any mini extravaganza. I mean, even if they still had X-Wing and were great about it, I probably wouldn't care about mini extravaganza. It's a very non-entity to me. It's all paint streams, and that's just not something I really enjoy. And I mean, like, I'm happy for them if that's something they obviously really like, and you know, I think they're actually quite good at it. But it's just not. I don't care about it at all. So it's just like a personal thing. Fair off, not exactly crushing it on the shot. And that Tri-Fighter was probably feeling pretty good about themselves. My name is DIS347, and I killed Sundirfell, the ace of legend.
Yeah. Or as AMG would say, the ack of legend.
What? What does that mean?
That's a proofreading. It's a proofer joke. It would be a typo.
Okay, all right. That's a long walk for a short period, bud.
Well, I mean, it didn't take me long to say the joke, even if it wasn't good. I could move on to the next one, the next terrible joke. Oh, a Nachis from DBS.
Ooh, Sandies. Two of the largest IP. One of the big things I loved about X-Wing is not having to paint the models. I've never really been fond of painting. Same. But I also know for a fact, I'm just going to go ahead and declare it a fact, that I know that AMG considers that a personal affront to miniatures gaming.
Yeah, for sure. Which for me, I find that aspect of miniatures gaming to be really intimidating. Like, I enjoy painting like my Juries of Middle-earth figures and stuff for like play at home, but you know, it's when you have to bring it in front of a bunch of people who would like judge the quality of your paint schemes and stuff. I don't know. That to me, that's intimidating. It makes me feel insecure.
I just don't. It's not something that I enjoy or want to do. Like, it's
also hard.
Simple, right?
It's not easy. You know, you buy a product like that for your favorite game, but that stuff, not only does it take time and money to get all the paintbrushes and paints that you need, but it's not easy. It can be really difficult.
Not only that, but like the models they look awesome. Like, they're really good models.
Destigmatize. So Steph, well, my group, there's a couple people in my group that I painted my Decimator like Chicago flag colors and was like really proud of it, and I thought it looked really great, and I shared it with my group, and like a couple of them were like saying that it looked terrible and that like the paint was too thick and everything, and I was like zooming in, trying to find where they were looking for, talking about the paint being too thick. And you might say, oh, well, they're just screwing with you. It's like, no, they were both being serious and screwing with me at the same time. I know them too well. So that shit, it's just, it's who you surround yourself with in terms of making you feel better about how you paint. I tend to not be the person that's like, if somebody is proud, look what I made, look what I painted, the first thing I say is like, oh, you need to thin your paints. I think that's really insulting, actually. People need to do better. If someone's asking you for feedback, but like, let someone be proud of what they did for like, I don't know, a few seconds. Like, you did a like, it's like if somebody spent like a week drawing something, and the first thing you say is like, it's all right. Like, you read the room. White lies are okay.
I mean, again, I can't independently verify this, but I was told that AMG told FFG during the transfer that they would never release a pre-painted model. Which is just like, okay, so you're declaring as soon as you get the game that you're willing to kill the game. That's just...
Yeah, some people thought that maybe they would release ships that are like unpainted, but it's like they don't want to spend the money on the manufacturing logistics of that either.
Yeah, I don't think that was ever an option.
Yeah. I'm sending you the picture of the Decimator.
Ew, gross. Ugh.
Like, I thought it was okay. They were like, they're like, oh, like there's like, you're losing the detail, and I'm like, what do you mean? You can see all the lines.
Oh, there's a picture of. I was just looking at a picture of a Chicago style pizza.
Oh, I see. So you're making it seem like you're referring to the picture I sent you of the ship, but you're just, that's a good joke.
Nah, I mean, you just assumed that's what I was doing.
And assuming assumptions are dangerous, kids.
I agree 1,000%, BlackBerry. And yet they do not.
Yeah, I mean that's actually one way to make more money with tabletop games is all the people who just have no intent on playing but just like enjoy the painting aspect. But you certainly have to respect both elements, or the people who do both, who play all the time.
I bought models before I even knew there was a game. Like I bought the Millennium Falcon because I was like, look at this like incredibly detailed model. I love this.
People just like you are the people they're actually banking on to make them money. Like you're the important piece of the pie.
Yeah. Sadly, I just don't think they ever had or cared to really learn the community.
Yeah, I mean, it would be nice. It's not necessary. So when I say this, it's really just more for me so bear with me, but like it would be, sometimes it's nice to see somebody admit that they made a mistake or that they fucked up. And I feel like it would be pretty, oh my God, what? Oh, they're just trying. Okay. I thought that was the maneuver. I realized there's a tractor there.
There isn't a tractor though. Can you ailerons without?
You can ailerons while you have a crate. I think his dial was messed up and he.
Is it not an action?
You can't bump
boost.
though. Yeah,
okay,
you can't. So you can't bump the boost. If it doesn't fully clear. Oh, I think what he did was he aileron failed onto the rock and then did his maneuver.
He had to do it, so he aileron failed and then did the maneuver to keep it a range 0 type thing.
Anyways, it would be I would enjoy this FF or AMG admitting that they botched it. They're so arrogant.
I mean, just like I just keep coming back to just like everything in the totality that we like. I'm like, oh, okay, well, this isn't a big deal. This isn't a big deal. But then you take it all together and you're like, oh, it starts to add up. Like the printing whispers without a front arc. Like, yeah. Even if like all of that was done before and like they had nothing to do with the print, like obviously I don't know what.
Yeah.
Their response to that was horrific. It was
I don't remember what
nightmares.
they said. What did they say again? It's been a while, obviously.
They were like, it doesn't matter, and then gave you like printable.
Yeah.
Remember they did the printable arc things?
The print bleed is like, it's illegal if you use that because the way the print bleed is, you'd have to have a precision cutter. So that's going to be enough for Dibus.
Goodbye, 404. We hardly got to know ye.
And man, after losing Soontier, Empire has somehow gained momentum here.
Somehow Soontier has returned.
Ooh, yes. And also, AMG, they threw Asmodee and they threw Asmodee under the bus when they claimed that that Asmodee had sold too many store champ kits. Like they just wouldn't let us be hyped about Worlds. Like they said too many people, like they suggested there might not even be enough seats for the people who won Worlds invites, which was like, that was problematic, you know? Like, and then they blamed Asmodee for that, which seems really odd to throw your parent company under the bus. Oh God, for a complete blank out. Who's that on? That is on
It was into Merrick, yeah. From Dirge. It's going to be 4v2 into DFS 081. Yeah, 2. Pretty average.
And then to continue my short little rant here. They after Worlds, they like their press release about the success of it was like maybe one paragraph was dedicated to like talking about the like how successful an event it was, and the rest of it was them complaining about money. And I mean, that was a vibe. It's like, hey, this is so great, but we've realized this isn't sustainable. We can't be doing Worlds anymore, guys. So thanks for showing up in full force, but you know, I hope you kissed your friends goodbye. Probably won't see them again. And then they brought Worlds back because they weren't even going to do that. I'm sure Adepticon was like, what are you doing? Why are you at Adepticon?
Why are you at Adepticon?
Why are you not going to like? The person who is partnered with Dion, I think his name is Hank, or I can't remember his name. Like, he loves X-Wing, and he has made it pretty clear that he wants to support the players, which I think is pretty cool. Like, beyond this coming Worlds.
Yeah.
And I'm sure he saw that or he was told that they weren't going to be there. And it's like, wait a minute, whoa. Like, we just had like big numbers, and you guys are completely pulling out of having any of your events as like a Worlds event here. Like, you just don't want to be here. Like, well, fine. I'm sure he cut them a deal. Like, well, it was just too expensive.
It's an energy shell charge.
Let's go.
Well, it's 3 filled and you only have 1. Yeah, so you're going to get hit crit out of it. And the crit will go through into Merrick.
Weapons.
It's a weapons failure, not the worst.
Ooh, this shot might actually mean something here. DIS does have a lock and a calculate.
Yeah, oh my gosh. What would you need them for? Goodbye, Merrick.
There we go. So Sean gets some points back, up to 12. And there's a direct in there.
And it's important too, because those are the 2 biggest guns.
Oh yeah, there's nothing left really. I mean, I don't really count Countdown but Countdown has to be really careful with spending tokens. So, and Fair Off is just a Reaper. Countdown has 2 hull left with 1 proton bomb left, but there are 2 crates still on. How many crates are on the left side here? Does Sean have any?
1 on the gunship, and then 2 for the Empire.
So 13 to 11. So that's another thing you're gonna have to try to cut down on.
Kraken will only go work for the gunship. Yeah, that Tri-Fighter is on a rampage.
Oh, Luria, I didn't realize is also on 1 hole. So yeah, I mean, Sean's in a pretty good place because Nick has to be careful, and Sean can just use one of his many pieces to grab a crate here and even pull ahead 3-2. So the Horse Awakens is the only team. So they're 3-0 already in this league. They've been playing really well. They've won almost all of their games.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. It's like, oh man, I don't like. Gosh, I'm trying to be as like diplomatic as possible, which is not something that I'm great at.
Yeah.
Take over for a second, Nick. There's some noise happening outside, and I'm going to investigate.
Wow, that is about the stupidest thing I've ever heard. Lots of let's have a gaming system whose growth and marketing relies on insecure. Sorry. Sneeze. On in-store, rather, not insecure. Projecting competitive play and then say it's too successful. That's like Major League Baseball at the start of the season saying, you know, there are two small market teams, only LA and the Yankees, not the Mets. Chicago and Boston can be in the playoffs, and this is the last year. Not sure I completely understand the analogy, but I'm also very I'm my brain is really struggling today, not feeling great. Oh, you're probably referring to just like the whole Adepticon thing we were talking about earlier. Here's the thing, I think we all have this idea that X-Wing is a small game. Like, it is very small. But it is not as small as I think we have been led to believe. And we know it's not that small, especially just based on the numbers. The fact that we have so many people willing to travel to GTs, or not GTs, God, Worlds Open qualifiers, Worlds from out of state, out of country. And then the online community alone is a great litmus as to how many people thoroughly enjoy this game and know how to play it and play it regularly. Thousands of people. And, you know, there's so many games out there. Each game, like, I don't know, MCP probably doesn't have that many more players. Like, I would not guess that MCP has 2 or 3 times more players than X-Wing. I would think it's just a small percentage more just because of the way these games are and how games flood the market. A lot of people just move on to the next one pretty quickly.
I mean,
Better point. How many? If you had to take a percentage, if you guess a percentage of how many people, percentage number of, like, imagine the X-Wing total number of people who play X-Wing. What percentage of that number do you think are Shatterpoint? Like, do you think?
I think more people play X-Wing than Shatterpoint, Legion, and MCP. I think X-Wing is bigger than all of those games.
Yeah. And I don't know how much of that you caught. Were you listening the whole time with your headphones on, or did you?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I was gonna say, I feel like we've been kind of led to believe that this game is tiny.
You know, what we've been led to believe is that the game doesn't make money, but also they don't release anything to make money on. So,
how do you make money when you don't? It's just so lazy.
Release a new ship, see if you make money.
It's like the whole nobody wants to work anymore thing, where it's like, okay, well, you're not giving anybody a reason to want to work. But in that case, it's like, shitty pay and conditions, and there's no reason to give them money. And I actually it was a little bit of a debate with the Sith takers, because they think that AMG doesn't make any money from sales of their events, like people buying a ticket to play X-Wing or Legion or MCP or Shatterpoint. And I'm like, well, then what's the point? They're buying the table space. They're a business. How do they make money? Why are they there? Like, I don't know exactly how much they make, but they definitely make money off the backs of people who enter to play their games at these conventions.
Yeah, they're not exactly the type
is it a profit?
Of people who
I don't know.
Donate stuff. Like,
yeah. They sold the store champ kits. Like, those were sold to stores, not for a lot, but they were a product.
You have to pay for all that. Like,
yeah. Yeah, but they definitely make money back. Maybe they're probably hoping to break even, but they don't, they're not just donating thousands of dollars, every few months.
You spend the focus, 3 hits on a crit, right? Proton Cannon gets more than 2 hits. The goal was to push MCP and Shatterpoint sales onto the gaming community that has nothing new to buy. I guess, but like, MCP and Shatterpoint are nowhere near X-Wing. Like,
That's what I mean, Joe, is that there was just this disagreement that there's no money to be made. And maybe Sid Sacred guys thought I was talking about profit, but I was just meant revenue. Oof. So wait, shouldn't Faroff took a crit, right? Shouldn't he lost the crate? Wasn't that a proton cannon onto Faroff?
Yeah, I'm not sure why Faroff didn't take a crit.
It's face down though. Now I'm really confused. Is there like some sort of thing where you can't? Oh, he has enduring, but that doesn't matter.
You have to be in the. Yeah. While you defend, if you are not in the attacker's bullseye, which
he must have missed
was.
that. Do you want me to ask?
Fuck, it's your league, dude.
Yeah, I'll ask. Poor enduring, Greg. Even when you think you can use it, you can't use it. That's just the feeling you get when you use enduring.
There is no enduring.
They just thought that enduring was a like global. You cancel crits first, but not always. Still get the action though, right? If he wanted to do a red focus, but I think he wants to keep his dial open. Like he would be able to perform a. It isn't red. It's just you may perform a calculator focus action on your action bar even while stressed. Oh no, it is. At the very end, it says treating that action as red. So yeah. It's just weird. The inconsistency of semantics for rulings, like it says enduring is like treating that action as red, and then there's a lot of cards that say a red blank, blank action.
Yeah.
It's the same thing.
Well, that's the only reason that's the only compelling argument I have for a 3.0 is just to get the language right. Because the language is all over the goddamn place in this game.
Yeah. I know. I mean, Chris brought up that point about like how rulings, like the game is like so close to breaking because of the way things are so inconsistent with how difficult it is to make rulings based on that. There's also this really weird idea, Greg, that like people, some folk, there's some of the angry trolls that are like saw the names on the XWA announcement are under the idea or that some of those folks are like salaried AMG employees. They're like, and they work for AMG. It's like, no, dude, AMG
salary?
just needed somebody. Well, they're not saying salary, but they think that they're an employee of Atomic Mass Games. They're like, and in a way, they are being contracted by them, but to like, because no one else can do it. Like, we need you to run tournaments, Chris. So run tournaments, do your thing. How is that equivalent of being like a part of like the problem and being a part of AMG? It's not even close. It's so stupid. Or like if you were a judge for AMG events, you worked for AMG. You know what I mean? Like I get it. You're getting paid to do it, but it's work, so you should get paid.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think anyone.
There are a couple folks on my Discord who were like, I saw those names and it was like, oh, they work for AMG. It's like okay. Like, I can't touch this game if those people are going to be involved. Like, jeez.
Like, I get the fear, right? Because I share the fear. I share the fear that people who influenced AMG are getting more influence over the game now that AMG is gone. I get that.
Yeah, that I get.
But there's 40 of us. That the whole point is it's something, we've pushed for from the beginning, is the fact that it doesn't fall in any one person or one group hands. Is that there's, collaboration so that it doesn't become one person's version of X-Wing, because that's when it starts to suck.
Yeah. And the 3 people that were elected, none of them were the people that like influenced.
Right, but even then, they're not there to make decisions.
Right.
They're not going to be the ones doing the points. They're there to make the organization so that we can get points done. You know what I mean? Like,
that's true, Lou. That's what I was talking about too, is like on our podcast. It's like if people are saying like, oh, like, after the news, like I'm walking away, like you were probably looking to leave the game or just ready to quit. And I respect if you were, you want to play something else, but I think sticking around and reminding people that constantly is so frustrating. It's just like, leave, stop commenting on these videos. You're like, there are plenty of people, and I think it was Harry Nick that I watched his video. He gave me Kat and Catherine a sweet little shout out, which was really nice of him. He mentioned how a lot of the people that are the most vocal against this are people who have not been involved and have not been playing at all. It is just like, he's like, all the people on this document have been involved with the game for years, and the people that are angry probably stopped playing a long time ago.
yeah. I think Savon makes a good point too. Is there issue with the game how the tournaments were run? Because like, is that it's like, I love the points, I love the rules, but man, these tournaments. Like,
sorry, am I talking too much? Sorry.
No, it's a joke, man.
Okay, I don't know.
Catherine declined a blurb under her name. She didn't want one, so I didn't put one.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's fair because she's been involved with so many different, like GSP here, us, and for a long time that she just didn't want to pick one. Like, maybe that comes off the wrong way to somebody, or she's just trying to be mindful of that. But
yeah, I told her she could rep NCX if she wanted to. Didn't care if she didn't. She said she didn't want any affiliation, so I didn't put an affiliation for her.
The things that I will say that like that I had in terms of my issues with like the way the events were run is like I think pushing people to intentionally draw as much as a thing, or just making it seem that way, was something I didn't like. I'm not a fan of that, but it just because it hurts people who are trying to make it in.
I don't like intentional draws. I mean, listen, I have complaints about everything in the world. Nothing in this world is perfect. I think sometimes the judges are like far too lenient on their friends. I think there's times when people are, cheating is a harsh word, I'm going to say fudging with the rules and get away with it because they're friends with the judges.
Right.
And I also think that intentional draws suck. But that doesn't really mean the tournaments were bad. They had 400 plus people at Worlds. I'm like, your problem was that? Get out of here. Who cares?
Yeah. That's true. Yeah, it's in comparison to everything else, I'll take it.
Yeah. 347 continues the rampage, refusing to barrel roll. Well, can't barrel roll, has a crate. I know.
So Sean now has 3 crates, it looks like. Reroll 1. Nope, just a crit. It still stick. It does on fair off.
It doesn't stick. But fair off, does fair off change if you don't have a green token or if she doesn't have a green token?
Oh, that's right. Fair off does get the auto evade. It's if your opponent shooting doesn't have one. I just didn't see it flip for a sec. 2 and 2. Yeah.
You guys have friends? I don't have friends. I have a bunch of people with numbers that I talk to every now and again. hit crit. Has the Tri-Fighter's luck run out?
Yes.
It has.
Oh, it's a direct. No. Oh, I think that's it. Well, he added 2 points there. The DIS is worth 4, I think. Or 3?
DIS is worth 3.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Maybe it
3.
isn't. At this shot, if this could be a crit too in here. And there it is. Oh, man.
Oh.
Wow. Okay. Where's Sean? Oh, no.
I mean, it's just the shield, but it also drops the crate.
Yep. Who's carrying one on? It's a countdown.
Just countdown. I wouldn't put it in front. You're going to let him re-pick it up.
I guess that's where it goes. So, hey, if you kill a rear here, that's possible. Range 0, rear has no tokens. 4 dice?
Yeah, it's not range 0. It's range 1. They're not
Just
bumped.
1? That's it. Oh, no. The rear's fine. Oh. Pain. Pain train. No shot.
I think Feroff should be ionized now, correct?
Yes. We'll have a second eye on. That's not bad. 3 hits. Fair off. Taking 2. Fair off a 4-pointer. We're down to just
3.
3 hole.
That crate's off, so it's 1-1.
Yep. And so if you get fair off, you get to 20. I think that.
If you get Feroff, you basically win.
Yeah, although a Larir I expect to grab a crate. So you would have to overcome that. So Dirge needs to keep his crate, and I think you win because he would score 5 points. And it would be 21-20.
So if Luria grabs a crate, that's 2 crates are pretty much guaranteed.
Yep. So you'll be guaranteed to get to 20.
But you have to keep Feroff from taking 3 damage, and that seems like a lot.
Will we see? We probably see a side slip, I think, from DGS.
We can't. He didn't open
Oh, okay.
the stabilizers.
I don't know.
so-
What does Dirge do? He just K turns? Like, I just don't know where you can be to get the best shot on him.
I think DGS probably goes forward 1 and tries a claim. And then, or maybe even 2 to like open up the 1 heart from Dirge. Because between Dirge and DBS 32C and its plasma torpedoes, you should be able to put in 3.
Oh, that's true. 32C is out there.
Can fare off ailerons while ionized? I think so, because it's not an action, right?
I think it has to do with if it's still before you reveal your dial. I believe you don't.
Before you
set
reveal your
the
dial.
You just
Yeah,
set the direction of the
it's
ion.
before you reveal the dial. So, well, you don't reveal a dial. Is that? I don't know, man. Let's be fair.
Is Maui here?
Before you reveal your dial, if you are not stressed, you may boost. So the ions won't prevent you from doing a boost because it's not an action. But if you're not going to reveal a dial,
Yeah,
is there a before you reveal dial?
100% sure no boost. I believe Sev. Yeah, it's because the dial setting mechanic of choosing the direction does not count as a quote unquote setting your dial for the sake of revealing a maneuver. Because of me. Nice.
Yeah, it's going for the block. Should be a target lock.
Yep.
Suppose there's a
32C,
small
healthy.
chance where
That will be a range 0 shot. Can only red focus. I don't know. I think you still. I don't know if that's range 1. Worth trying to get that crate, but gets to calculates instead. Won't be able to use them. Well, for defense you can.
yeah, I don't know if it was range 1, but I think you try anyway.
Yeah, there you go. There it is. So you get bullseye. Can't use the focus. Fair off doesn't care because of the ability. Dead to Rights just doesn't let you use green tokens. It does still let you modify your dice.
Yeah.
Otherwise.
All right. This is range 1 bullseye. I mean, fair off evades. So it's just about if there's many hits in there.
Whoa!
And that's a lot of hits.
Jeez.
Two crits coming in.
My God.
You're in the bullseye, so there's no enduring. Damage sensor array. Damage sensor array. That sensor array has never been more damaged.
You got 2 chances. The HMP here taking a shot. No, yeah. So thankfully, there's no way Dirge can lose his crate. So that's a huge part of this puzzle here for Sean to win. And countdown, nice shot.
Even if
there.
that all goes in.
HMP double calc spend.
Yeah, I would spend on defense. You can't spend on offense. Why would you not spend?
He's
If you spend,
spending
oh,
both.
I would have spent 1. Because if you spend both, you give fair off the auto evade.
You just hope the range 0. Yeah, but the lock from 32C with the torpedo should be enough to kill. I would hope so.
I didn't see what the crit is, and he accidentally deleted it.
Oops. Well,
And
there you
that
go.
Should
Gonna
be
do
it.
Should be it.
It's going to be 4 points.
Wow, what a game. Seriously, 21-20. Goodness gracious.
And yeah, Dirge holding on to that crate. Kept the game
Fair
in.
Did Faroff take the range 0 shot?
No.
I mean, there's like some small chance that you kill the HMB. Oh no, the HMB has 5 left. I mean,
Well, that
still
should have
there could
3
be a
left.
chain. Yeah, because it should
Fishes.
take some damage.
He died at 3, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so
fair
Faroff
off
should have
the
still been able to shoot. So, oopsie doopsies. Oh, it was a fuel leak? That could have been huge if it... You know what, Nick? Me and you.
Yeah. We jumping in?
I'm
Are they
gonna
still
roll
here?
it.
I don't
No,
think
they-
they're even here.
They both left.
Oh, they're gone.
I'm rolling it. Faroff, range 0.
Oh,
Oh my god!
Oh, just one. Nice. I guess I should get ready for my game.
Guys! I'm just saying, had it been hit crit crit like that, that's that's a dead DGS.
Roll. Did he roll the green? Is that it there in the box?
It doesn't matter. He only has 1 green. So he still takes
he has
crit crit with
calculate,
a
right?
fuel leak.
But he would have. They have 5 hull, right? So he would have been on 1 hull.
He had 3 hull. He took 2 damage cards.
Yeah, he
And
would have died.
the crit was a fuel leak. So it would have been crit into an extra hit and then a crit and dead. 3 damage. But why did I reroll it? Shut up. No one fucking knows.
No one saw that. Nobody saw that but you.
Jesus Christ.
You're seeing things. You're seeing things.
Be fucking cool about it, man. All right, we'll be back in a minute with game 2. Starting in few. Stick around. This is Nickel City X-Wing.